This week we were having an early Christmas picnic with all of the extended family and had to bring everything from blankets and rugs to food and bikes and games for the kids. I was in the Kia Sportage SI, which is the base model, and it comes in at about $35,000. It's in competition with cars like the Mazda CX-5 and Hyundai Tucson. Here's how it did with my whole family over 7 days. From the outside, the Sportage has a boxy shape with curved corners that give it a well-rounded exterior. It looks large and solid, two things that I like to see in a car that I'm driving my children around in. To me, it looks like the Seth Rogen of SUVs. It's cute and cuddly, kind of like a teddy bear, but it's no super slick CX-5. Inside though really works design-wise, and even though I'm in the base model, I don't feel like they've skimped in any way, and it doesn't feel budget at all. I even get a leather steering wheel, which is just so exciting for a car that is bottom of the range. Their seats are fabric, and they're a nice fabric. I'd be happy to sit on them all summer. The dash looks good, and the center console has been well designed. It's a bit more streamlined with less fussiness with the buttons and knobs. It looks good. You'll get two cup holders in the front, one big, one small, plus a space to throw keys and a phone, and a mid-sized center storage bin. In this base model, there is a manual key start plus a manual park brake, but you know what? Sometimes I actually like the old school ways better. It just means that I always know where my keys are because I've spent far too long looking in a car for my keys. This eliminates that problem, and I also know when the park brake is on or off. There's a good amount of space in the front seat. My 185 centimetre husband was comfortable enough in here with both leg room and headroom. Plus, there was enough room between us so we didn't feel cramped while driving. In the back, my two children aged 5 and 7 had loads of room to spare. They were able to annoy each other no end by climbing over each other to get into their favourite seat, which is of course one of their favourite pastimes. But they were once in their seats, they were far apart enough not to cause bickering. If you're wondering whether you can fit a third child seat in the middle, you can, but it's not exactly comfortable, and I would not want to be doing up those seat belts every day with a third child seat in here. Still, if your family needs help driving extra kids to the family picnic, you can fit 3 kids comfortably back here. I'm 161 centimetres and I fit perfectly fine. Tall teenagers won't have an issue. Rear passengers will get 2 cup holders in the centre armrest, plus you'll also find air vents back here, which is a real point of difference. The base model Tucson does not have air vents back here. Boot space is decent. There's less room in here than you'll find in a Honda CR-V or a Tucson, but there's more room than you'll get in a Mazda CX-5. We were easily able to fit children's bikes, scooters, and our picnic blanket, but our picnic food did have to go inside the car. It easily fits a pram. You won't have any issues if you've got a growing family. The Sportage SI comes in both petrol and diesel versions. I'm driving the diesel, which is cheaper on fuel, but it actually costs about $5,500 extra to buy initially. And it also is quite loud. I'm not really a fan of the sound of a diesel engine, and I think it's a bit shaky while it idles too. The diesel version is all-wheel drive though, and the petrol version is 2-wheel drive. So if you want more traction on the roads, you'll be going for the all-wheel drive diesel version. It's just a matter of personal preference. The Sportage is nice to drive though. It's nice and smooth once you're going, it handles really well, and there's nothing heavy about it. The steering wheel is really easy to turn, especially when you're doing things like parking. There's a reverse parking camera that's really clear, so you'll be able to get a good view of what's behind you, and it helps you out while parking. There is a 2-litre engine which zips up hills, and it also feels pretty good when you're driving it on a long freeway. I feel pretty good in the Sportage. Safety-wise, you'll get airbags that cover the driver and front passenger, plus side curtain airbags for the windows that extend down to the back. You will also get 2 ISOFIX points and 3 top tethers for children's car seats. Every Sportage gets auto emergency braking, which just means that the car will actually stop itself if you're about to hit something, but it is missing newer technology like blind spot monitoring and recross traffic alerts, though they are available on more expensive Sportage models. You will get lane keep assist, however, which will stop you veering into other people's lanes on the freeway, and it's something I wish older cars were fitted with when I'm driving next to them. The Kia Sportage SI is a pretty good family car with a lot of value wrapped up in the one 5-seat vehicle. It's got a good amount of interior space, so it's comfortable for everyone. There's enough boot space, it drives pretty well, and it also comes in all-wheel drive or two-wheel drive options, depending on your preference. I gave it a family rating of 8 out of 10. I think the leather steering wheel earned it a few extra points. My children also gave it an 8. They liked having their cousin ride in the car with them. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel or click through to our website.